Well, hello everybody. This is the first mini chomp of the Big Bite Challenge, and it's to make 3 tags and 3 cards. So I'm going to do 2 separate videos, I think, because otherwise they might get too long. I'm going to start with the tags first. So if you're very new to junk journaling, this is a really great opportunity for you to jump right in there and have a go rather than looking at blank paper or just gathering loads of supplies and thinking, oh, I really don't want to, or I don't know how to start. So, right, I was going to try and sort of get things a bit organised, but obviously that went out the window. So we're going to really be doing this from the start all together. So to make a tag, I've got a few bits here that I'm just going to put to one side, and I'm going to start. I've got a template here for a tag, but and what's the difference between a tag and a card? Well, usually tags you can hang them up if they've got a little hole in, but they don't necessarily have to have a little hole. You can put a tab on them, or you can leave them as is. Usually they've got the corners cut like that, but there aren't really any hard and fast rules to the difference between tags and cards, I don't think. But yeah, this is the tag shape I'm going to use. Now again, you think, oh well, that's all fine and good, but I've just got some cardboard, and you can use, this is just a piece of card from an empty biscuit packet, I think. I've just collected loads of little scraps of card. It doesn't matter how thick it is as well. You can have varying thicknesses of your tags. This one is quite thin. So if you haven't got any templates at all, you can literally make a tag from, let me just grab my scissors, your card and cut up like that, and then cut your corners. Now what I do, if you want to get them exact, is get your corner, flip it over, and then cut along there, so you're going to get them even at least like that. So there you go. It's a little bit stubby, but I've got one of these corner rounders that I can just, you can get these off Amazon, eBay, wherever, craft shops, or you can cut round. You can leave them straight, or you can have them curved and you can cut them round, as I say. Now that's just an idea on how to get a tag started if you haven't got a clue how to do a tag. What I'm going to do is just use this template of one I've got. You can buy blank tags like this as well in craft shops or on eBay or wherever. Now I'm going to use, as I say, this piece of card here. So I'm just gonna, and again, I hate measuring. I'm not a good one for measuring because I'm not great with numbers. So I'm just going to cut up here like this, like that, along there, and then down like that. Okay, put all this rubbish to one side, that in the bin, and then I'm going to just use my corner round, because I think I will have round corners, or will I? Cool, that's a bit stiff now. So now this card, these things happen when we're crafting, so what I'm going to do is actually just cut round. So I've got a rough idea where that was from there. There we go. So there we are. That's the tag shape I'm going for. And now what I'm going to make as my vintage theme, I've decided, is a vintage sewing journal. So this is too dark here. I don't want this red. What you could do, you could use some gesso and paint over it first of all, and just paint over it. You could have it that colour, but as it's a scrap and it's what I'm using, I've got this piece of napkin here, and I'm going to use that because I like this napkin, and I think that's all I've got left of it now, and just literally tear like that. Now what I'm going to use is, I think you can use PVA glue or anything you want really. I use this, it's a glue sealer finish decoupage matte, and I like this. So what I'm also going to use is, now I use these because anything like PVA glue, Aleene's tacky glue, anything like that, you know, it can ruin your brushes. So I actually use these silicone brushes, and they're hairdressers brushes for dyeing hair, which I think work out a bit cheaper than actually getting a craft one. So that's not going to fit into there, so I'm literally going to get a little stick, and I'm going to just pop this onto the tag like that. And I'm just going to use my silicone brush and brush it over. Now when this glue dries on the silicone brush, it just peels off as well. So then I'm going to grab some of the napkin. Now with this napkin, if you have a napkin, how to use it is, they come in layers and you can sort of peel them apart. So this is just one thin layer of the napkin. I'm just blobbing over the top there. And then I'm going to just rest that on there a minute, get some more glue on my stick. Now if I'd been more organised, I probably would have put that in a proper little bowl or something, but this will do fine. It's just going to show you that, you know, you don't have to worry too much. It's just good fun, you know, about what you're doing. Just do it. And I'm going to stick the other bit, make sure I've got the writing the right way up, on here like that, and then just smooth that down like that. Now also, while we're on the subject here, again, I'm got to get rid of this red. I don't want that. So just put that over the top. Now I've got some of this tissue paper, and it was just, I know you can get pink tissue paper, but it was just a scrap I had, and I dyed it with food colouring, so it's a pink. So I'm just sticking that over the top like that. Okay, and then, so I'm making a bit of a mess here, just grab a tissue and clear that up. What I'm going to do is just cut around. Now really, you know, you can wait till it's dry, but obviously I'm trying to speed this up a little bit so this video won't be hours. There we go, just round the bottom. Okay, so we're just going to let that dry. Doesn't matter if it breaks a bit, that's fine. There we go. So just put that to one side while that's going to dry. Actually, I might keep that because I might use it for something else. And if we go on to another tag, so you get the idea of how, you know, that works, how you cut it out. Now I've got another piece of that card, and what I've done, I've just stuck a music sheet, piece of music sheet on top. Now Sarah very kindly put up a printable that you can download from her, so you could use that on your tag if you want to do that. And then the next part, again, as I say, I'm trying to do this to just be a little bit quicker and not take too long. This again is just some baking paper, so it's similar to tracing paper, And I've just torn round sort of roughly in the shape of a tag. Now I'm going to, I think, just ink around the edge of that. So let me get my little, I love this. This is great for inking, and my inking pad. Let me just put the lid on my glue before that dries up. This will get quite messy on here, so I apologise, but we're creating, so it's all good. Okay, now I use a piece of card because I find it's good to have a firm edge if you want to ink something that's quite fragile, not very thick. So this, as I say, you're doing the same actions inking as you would with anything else, but I just love it and it feels quicker. It's one of those facial exfoliators off eBay. They're about £5–6, something like that, and you can just ink your edges. Okay, so yeah, like that. That's how that's looking. I want to ink the edges of my tag as well. So let me just go around and do that. So you can use anything you want to. You could use a picture in the theme of, you know, your journal that you're making, or the tag that you're making, anything like that. You can just stick that on as a base and then start sort of layering up on top of that. So for this, I'm going to use it's in a 3-in-1 bottle, but it's Kohl glue. It's a little bit cheaper in the UK than 3-in-1. So I'm just literally just putting that all over like that. Oops, curling up. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to, don't worry if it's a bit sticky, glue that away onto there like that. Okay, so we're just layering up our tag. Now, as I say, we've got some glue on there. Now, what I would recommend if you're new to journaling, what you get is one of these, they're glue rubbers, and I think they're great because you know, they take off the glue. Now, what it looks like to me, I've said before in one of my videos, is the bottom of an espadrille sandal, the sole of it, but you can just sort of tidy bits of glue up round edges like that. Just takes that off. There we go. Right, so now then, what I wanted to put on top of this tag was I found these that I've had in my stash for ages, and they're like little MDF cutouts. So what I did was I just painted one up, and I had you know, the mannequin tailor's done me, and there was a little design on there, so I just used nail Diamante things, and I've just stuck them on there. So I'm going to use that on this tag. Again, it just saves a little bit of time. I think I'm going to stick that on like that. Right, so where's my Kohl glue? See, in the meantime, this tag's sort of drying. Put that to one side. So yeah, I'm just going to glue that down now on the tag. Make sure I'm in shot. Okay, so hope you can have lots of fun doing these challenges. As I say, it's going to be great if you're new, because it's sort of like we're crafting along together. Okay, get the glue on there. and I'm going to stick onto it about here, I think. So that will go there. Yeah, like that. And then glue the back of this, or I do get glue everywhere, but I'm a very messy, very, excuse me, messy crafter. But it doesn't matter, does it? There we go. Okay. And that I'm going to put here, like that. Okay. So there we have one tag there. Now I'm just going to see what else have I got in my bits and pieces. Might add a little word, something like that. Oh, I know what I had. I was trying to see. Dress form, I had that word there. So if I put a little hole in there, just seeing where, because I like the word dress form, it goes with the tailor's dummy. I think I want to do it like that. Yeah. Right, get the glue. So if you've got any of your little fussy cuts or whatever, just position them around on your tag if you want those as well. Okay, now where did I put that? I'm going to put it down here. It's just that when you put them on it, you know, if they're connected in some way, it makes them look more cohesive. I'm going to bring that over here. And then with my sharp scissors, I'm going to snip that there and just ink that edge. There we go. So I'm pretty happy with that tag. Now, to make the hole, I'm going to use my crocodile. Now you can use any hole punch you want to. And what I'm going to do is, that's two. You can, what you can do with these, you see this is a bigger hole, you can just push this up. Now I'd usually wait for all this to dry obviously, but I'm trying to be quick. I'm just guesstimating where the middle is as well, which is probably not a great idea, but I'm going to do it there. Okay. That's where the hole is. Yep, pretty good, happy with that. Now also I might put an eyelet in that later, but again it just takes more time, so I don't really want to do that now. I'm going to, you can get, you know, those little for folders, sort of the hole protectors. So you can use those as well. Of course, the middle always comes out with it, but you can, I'm all fingers and thumbs today, but you can stick that over the hole like that. So that finishes it off really nicely as well. Trying to get rid of the middle bit that's stuck on my thumb. Okay, so with the back of the card there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to Let's have a look, because I don't like that. No, that's not going to fit. I like using up my bits and pieces here. Let's see what we've got. Let's use this big card. Will that work? That will work. So this is for the back, because I don't want the red, as I said. So I'm just cutting that like that. That's still sticky. There we go. So that's going to be the back of my card. Tag. Sorry. I'm saying it now. Right, so I'm just going to literally stick that on. Now what I usually do as well with my cards afterwards, tags, sorry, is I do sew around some of them. Obviously I can't really sew around that because I've got the MDF embellishments on there, so this will probably be an unsewn tag, but you can have either. You can sew them or not, it's up to you. And then I'm going to stick that on the back like that. Okay, so you can write on the back of that. Now, of course, I haven't got the hole, have I? So, where's my crocodile? Just do it again through there. See, the good thing about the crocodile is it would be in the same place there, roughly. Yeah, that's fine. Let me put a little, it'll be the lesson to show you not to do it for, but what I'm going to do is put an eyelet through that afterwards. So just grab another one of these. Oh, those middle bits are so frustrating. There we go, like that. And just ink all the way around. So there you have your tag, and I've got, I think I'll use this, a little tassely thing that I'm going to put through there like that. There, so how quick was that to make a tag? That's the first tag. Now we've just got another 2 to go. Now, seeing as you know how to make them now, you don't really, you could switch off here if you wanted to, but as I say, I'm making 3, so if you want to stay with me, then we'll carry on with this. Now I'm not sure if I'm liking that too much, so what can we do? Now I had some lace, and again I just used a bit of the food dye to dye it. Didn't work very well because it never really does on lace, on like nylon lace, you know, it won't dye very well. I don't think those scissors will cut it, so I'm going to, should I stick it first? Yeah, I'll stick it first. Stick it down first and then cut round it from the other side, I think. There we go. So just glue all over, because that's another thing, you know, while you're creating, you have some ideas and then you change your mind. So you can easily do that, you know, there isn't any right or wrong way of doing things. I know it's just when you start, it's quite hard to know where to start off at. So I'm going to just stick that in the middle like that. And then I'm going to cut around it. I'm just going to get my fabric cutting scissors, just bear with me. They're up here. Okay. Right, so let's have a look. And you know, things don't have to be perfect either. So don't worry too much about, you know, if it's not perfect, that's fine. Let's say this is still a bit damp with the glue. Let me just put my lid on. Okay. So yeah, I probably will sew around this one to make sure it's all anchored. Just get that bit off there. But yeah, I prefer the lace, I think. Okay. Now this one might be harder to get, you know, a hole through because of the fabric. I don't know. I might try it, but I definitely don't want to do it while it's still wet. So what am I going to put on top of that? I'm going to see what I've got here. Okay, I've got some trim. I like this trim. I haven't used it before, but I'm thinking I might do something with it. So let me just have a look. I'm going to do, I think, 2 lots of trim. I quite like them going up like that. Yeah. And let's stick those down. It's just really sort of building up layers and seeing how it goes. Maybe I should have done one half and then the other half, but hey ho. Live dangerously. Now, which is the back? That's the back. Bear with me a minute while I sort of fiddle with this. I want that like that. And then is that big enough? If not, I'll get another bit. No. Done. That next to it. Just squidge it around a bit. Of course, I've got little sequins flying everywhere. Lovely. Okay. Right, I just don't want to do that. What am I going to do with this? Wondering if I'm going to stick that behind. Don't know, I'll leave it for now. I haven't decided what I'm going to do there. So, okay, what will I do now? Let me have a look. I'm just trying to have a look through my fussy cuts to see if there's something I want to put on here. Actually, what I'm going to do as well is something. Right, just bear with me a minute. I can get some fussy cuts out. Oh, I've got these made up, these like tabs. I might stick that on actually, do something like that with those. Just a case of putting things in different places, quite like that. Okay, right, let me just going to ink around the edge of these two. Okay, right, I'm going to stick that there and that one there. Okay, that's going to go there, and this will go. I like the way when you're making things like this, they sort of tend to grow organically as well. So, as I said, I didn't have any idea what I was going to do with this, as it probably shows, but you know, it's just really lovely how they take on a life of their own. Okay, so now I want my little words. If I can, what have I done with those? They're here. Okay, so let's have a look. A pair of scissors. Yeah, like that. There we go. It's already got edge into it, so that's fine. And just stick that down. As I say, probably these videos are going to be quite long, so after the first one you can just sort of stop it and do your own thing. But if you want to carry on and see me doing these others, then stick with me. I'm trying to be as quick as possible. For me it's quick because I like to have usually a little bit of procrastinating in between, but I'm just getting on with it for now. As I say, it's like a craft along, isn't it? Craft along with me here. Stick that there, like that. And then I want one coming up here. I think like that. It's not sticking down very well. As I say, I think I'm going to sew over these, which I won't do on the video because that will take forever because I have to get my sewing machine out. But you get the gist. You get the gist of what I'm doing. Oh. So that'll stick there. Okay. Gonna have to neaten that up down there. Because although, you know, you don't need everything neat, I just need to do it with this because it's going to be a bit messy otherwise. Okay. So I'm going to use, I think, that, because I quite like that on there. I might just cut those down a little bit, but yeah, I like that. A little tag with a tab. Let's stick that one there, like that. And stick that one on the back. So let me just ink the back. Now they were just you know, again, little fussy cut sort of tab shapes I did, and I just stuck them onto some card. And that will go on the back like that. Now I'm just gonna, these are also really good to get clips like that, because they will stick everything together while they're sticking. I'm not sure yet, I might cut those corners off, but I'm just going to get them to stick down for now. That's going to take a while because it needs obviously to stick. But then what I'm going to do is sew around this one, but that's that tag. So then we've got 2 tags out of the way, 1 to go. Hope you haven't all fallen asleep yet. Okay, so this is my last tag. I'm going to use blue, and what I've done here is I made my own paper pulp from I was recycling all my cut off bits of paper, and again there is a video on my YouTube to show you how I did that. No, is there a video? Yeah, there is a video. And I added blue food dye to this, and then I used my die cut machine, embossing machine, die cut machine, same thing. They, you know, they do the same job, for the first time the other day. And of course I chose a really fiddly die to use, and when I was poking out, because they don't come out properly, I had a little pokey thing. Some of it's torn, but I don't care because that adds to the charm of the vintage look, I think. And then I found this little flower thing, and I thought that's going to look pretty in the middle, so I'm going to glue that on there first of all. So that will be like that, just going around the edge. So I mean, you can leave it upstanding as well and just do the middle, but there we go. So if you can see this, and glue that in the middle. I haven't done that straight, have I? So just pull it down a bit. That's the middle. Yeah. Okay, so that's for that. Coming through a bit, so I'm going to leave that to one side. And then this was some more of the blue paper that I made. Right, I'll stick that on there. So I'm just going to tear it. I like something that's quite a good tidy edge, and then, you know, something that's ripped. I think it's a nice, what's the word, juxtaposition? I don't know, I like that word, but it might not be the right word. Let's that down there. So tear a bit more off. Tell you what though, homemade paper doesn't tear as well as the other paper. I quite like that. So let me get my cardboard. I'm going to just ink around this first of all. Get my ink. I'm using Distress Oxide. I've also got, what's the other one? Distress ink, but they're the same colour. The Oxide ink will take more to a darker, more opaque, and will show through more on dark one. I sort of switch between the two. I'm not fussy about which one I use. I just like the shade it's gathered twigs. So let me just do the other side while I'm thinking about it. I like these little sort of cardboard edges to do them on. It just helps keep it steady. Okay, so I have that as the back, I think. Stick that on there. I'm just going to ink the edge of this as well. It does take ink nicely. It's great as well because it's really textured. I love the texture of it. So I'm going to put that on there, glue that on. Okay, like that. Stick that down, like that, and then I think I'll put that on top. I'm just going to put a few little fussy cuts. Let's have a look. What have we got here? How does that look? Yeah, I might do that actually. I'll go there. This, you know, it's just like on the list I said about dictionary pages, so this is a dictionary page just cut into a circle. Make sure I've got the writing the right way up. Now another good thing is if you're, you know, you don't know how to get things a bit messy or untidy, you can always stick things on and just sort of skew them a bit as well if you want to do it that way. So that's just a bit of a helpful tip, I think. Yes, I like that. I'm very keen on these little words, so I'm just thinking if I might put another little word there. I've got pins because it's just to keep in the theme of my sewing journal. If I do another hole there, I've just got to be aware of that. Maybe just stick that over, but yeah, I like that. So let me just glue that onto there. Make sure you can see okay. I hope you're seeing everything. I'm not checking it on my phone, but around there. I'm not being too fussy with this either. That glue will dry off. Right, so I'll create down the bottom. Here. And I'm going to stick pins up the top. Just over that like that. So as I say, that's all got to dry. Very wet at the moment, but there we go. There's another tag finish. So that's the 3 tags. Again, I might just put the hole in, or I might do another tab. I quite like the tabs, might do those. But that's literally, you know, how quick and easy it is to do a tag. Just tidy that up. I might even put, I don't know, see on the back, if it gets a bit messy, what I might do is cut that down and just stick that on top. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed watching the tags. I've got to make the cards next, but if I just put them here, you can get an idea. That's still sticky of what I've done. So there we go. I hope you can, yeah, you can see those in there. Those are the 3 tags, and I will come back and do the 3 cards. So have fun, create, and let's see your tags and cards when you've made them, and post them up in the post on the group. We'd love to see them. So thank you for sticking with me. Bye bye everybody.